Here's something that might surprise you. One of England's most celebrated cricket clubs is combining centuries-old tradition with modern sport in a way that's sparking conversations across the cricket community. Somerset County Cricket Club is hosting their annual church service at the iconic Cooper Associates County Ground this Sunday, August 17, 2025. And this year's event carries extra significance that's getting people talking. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just any ordinary pre-match ceremony. The timing couldn't be more perfect or more controversial, depending on your perspective. The service will kick off what promises to be an emotionally charged day as Somerset celebrates their remarkable 150th anniversary. Gates swing open at 9:20 in the morning for Hurleybirds, with the actual service commencing at 9:30 a.m. sharp. For those unfamiliar with the ground's layout, you'll want to make your way through the Brian Rose Gates. That's your entry point for this unique experience. Now, here's what's got traditionalists and modernists debating. Is mixing religious ceremony with professional sport still relevant in today's world? The club seems to think so, and they're doubling down on tradition in a big way. This year's speaker brings an intriguing combination of credentials that some find perfect and others might question. Reverend Jonathan Philpott serves as Mission Development Advisor for the Diocese of Bath and Wells, but here's the twist. He's also an active club cricketer right here in Somerset, playing alongside his son. Talk about keeping it in the family. This dual role raises interesting questions about where sports passion ends and spiritual guidance begins. The service precedes Somerset's Metro Bank One-Day Cup clash against Warwickshire, creating what some describe as a beautiful blend of reflection and competition. But critics might wonder, does this religious element add meaningful value, or is it simply maintaining tradition for tradition's sake? Club chaplain Rob Walrond offers his perspective on why this matters, explaining the deep connection between cricket and community. It's wonderful to be having the annual cricket service at the beginning of the day celebrating 150 years of Somerset CCC, and to be doing so with members of St. James's Church, which has been physically connected to the boundary of the club through all this time. It will be a service giving thanks for everything that Somerset Cricket has been and will continue to be. That physical connection Walrond mentions isn't just symbolic. St. James's Church has literally bordered the cricket ground throughout the club's entire 150-year history. And this is the part most people miss. This geographical relationship represents something deeper about how sports clubs can serve as community anchors. For practical purposes, attendees will be seated in Block 1 of the Somerset Stand, which offers excellent views of both the proceedings and the ground itself. However, here's something that might ruffle feathers. You can't just show up. Entry requires either a Somerset CCC membership or valid matchday tickets, effectively creating what some might call a pay-to-play situation. This requirement raises thought-provoking questions about accessibility and inclusion. Should spiritual services at sporting venues be open to all community members, or is it reasonable for clubs to limit attendance to paying supporters? The answer isn't as clear-cut as you might think. What makes this year's service particularly significant is how it launches Somerset's sesquicentennial celebrations. The club has planned multiple special events throughout the day, transforming what could be an ordinary Sunday fixture into something approaching a festival atmosphere. But here's where it gets controversial. In an era where sports organizations are increasingly scrutinized for their inclusivity practices, does hosting a Christian service send the right message to fans of all faiths and backgrounds? Or does it represent valuable tradition worth preserving regardless of changing social dynamics? The timing also creates interesting dynamics. Starting the day with spiritual reflection before transitioning to competitive cricket creates a unique emotional journey that some fans embrace, while others find jarring. It's almost as if the club is asking supporters to shift from contemplation to celebration within hours. So here's what I want to know. Do you think religious ceremonies still have a place in modern professional sports? Or should clubs focus purely on the game itself? Does Somerset's approach strengthen community bonds or potentially alienate some fans? And in your experience, do these traditional elements enhance the matchday atmosphere or feel outdated in today's sporting landscape? Share your thoughts below. Whether you're team tradition or team modernization, this conversation needs voices from both sides.